All right. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys had fun on Wednesday with your special day. So today we're going to start something interesting. We're going to have a little bit of fun, and we're going to continue to build on this for the next couple of days. So we are going to be doing some cryptography. We did one lesson like this early on in the year, but we're going to be talking about how to create coded messages. And this is all built in math, so it's really, really cool how we can use math for these interesting ideas that we don't normally do. So by the end of class today, you're going to understand what the Caesar shift is. You're going to understand how to do it, and you're actually going to create your own encoded message. I promise that if you zone in with me, that this isn't too terribly difficult, and that you can always go back and watch this video to help you out. But please just stick with it. I promise it's interesting and it's fun. This is a good way for us to use math. Okay, so we are talking today about cryptography, which is the art of hiding your message in plain sight. So we can write messages out and they have some kind of secret in them. I have a picture there of a magnifying glass in a book because I feel like that is cool. So I did that. It's not as cool as I was thinking it was going to be. Okay, so we have two main vocabulary words that I really want us to be able to understand here. Okay, so the first vocabulary word is, my computer's so slow when I'm making videos, it's the worst. Okay. All right. So the first word you have to know is plain text. So when I talk about plain text, that's the original message or the message that got decoded. This is the message that can be read. So if you want to tell someone I went to the store, that's the plain text. That's the thing that makes sense. Then there's the ciphertext. Ciphertext is when we took the plain text, we took our message and we put it into a code. It's something that when you read it, it doesn't make any sense. So for example, I went to the store into clicks. So there's that. Okay. So today specifically, there's a lot of different ways to do this, but we're going to be talking about the Caesar shift. There's really one important thing with the Caesar shift, and that is this. The alphabet, every letter in the alphabet is going to have a number that's its partner. And it's always going to be set up like this. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, E is 5, F is 6. It just goes in order. A through Z lines up with its number that's underneath. N is the 14th letter, so N is 14. Y is the 25th letter, Y is 25. This is the main thing that we're going to be using. You can write this out on your own in one straight line where you have the letters above and the numbers underneath. That's one way to do it. But this is the really important part to what we're doing today. All right, so let's do an example, and then you're going to do one on your own. All right, so let me try to make this a little bit bigger. And let me hide myself, or let me split myself over there. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be able to write in this. So the plain text that we're going to use here is math is fun. So when you're making a code, the first thing we're going to do for Caesar shift is we're going to turn this plain text into their numbers. So we're going to see what number is M. So we go to our code, M is 13. So underneath we put a 13, that's our M. A is 1. So we put a 1 after. So we have 13, and then 1. T, that T right there, T is, let's check it out. T is 20. H, so I put a 20 there. H is 8, so I put an 8 there. The next I is, let's see, or wait, what happened here? I is 9. S is 19. So you can see I go through here and I take my plain text, and I turn it into these numbers. So now our plain text is turned into numbers. 13, 1, 20, 8, 9, 16, 6, 21, and 14. That spells out math is fun. Now we have to get our key. And our key is going to be the very specific number that changes everything and turns this into a code. So I chose, you can choose whatever you want. I chose the key to be 7. And this is the way that a key works. The key says, okay, well, you got your original numbers. Now, since our key is 7, we're going to add 7 to every single one of them. So 13 plus 7 is 20. And if you gave up because it's too hard, stop giving up. Come back. Come on back. Come on back. All we did was we turned this letter into its number, which is 13. M is 13, and we added 7. Got us 20. A is 1, and we added 7. That's 8. T is 20. We added 7. That's 27. We're going to deal with that later. You might have an idea already. Where are we here? H is 8 plus 7 is 15. 9, or I is 9 plus 7 is 16. S is 19 plus 7 is 26. F is 6 plus 7 is 13. We're adding 7 to every single one. Sorry if I'm going slow, but I want to make sure we're getting this. U is 21 plus 7 is 28. Again, we have a problem that we're going to deal with later. N is 14 plus 7 is 21. All right, so we shifted this thing. That's why it's called a shift. We shifted this thing up 7. Every number got 7 added to it. Now we turn it into our ciphertext. So we look at these new numbers that we just made our code with, and now we're going to turn them back into letters. So 20 is, we see it over here, 20 is T. 8 is H. 27, if it's above 26, you subtract 26, and that's your number. If it's above 26, you subtract 26. 27 minus 26 is 1, and 1's going to give us an A. 15 is O. That was hard to find. 15 is O. 16 is P. 26, that's fine. We have 26, right? That's Z. That's okay. We're good with 26. 13 is M. 28, we don't have a 28. So remember, if it's above 26, you subtract 26. So 28 minus 26 is 2. So 2 is going to be B. And 21, we have a 21. That's cool. That is a U. So our ciphertext is thousand. So this is what I would write in a letter if I wanted to make a code for math is fun. It's thousand. I think that makes sense. Now, if I changed my key, if I made my key say 10, I would have added these numbers all differently, and I would have gotten a different ciphertext. So today we're going to work on going from plain text to ciphertext, and tomorrow we're going to go from ciphertext to plain text. So right now we are creating messages. Tomorrow we're going to work on understanding someone else's messages. Please don't give up. This is a lot of fun. If we can really work on this, you can email me. You can watch this video again, or we can talk about having a video meeting on how to do this. But please don't give up. Please do your best. And please email me if you have questions that I can help you. I'm going to post an assignment with some of this stuff on it. And in that assignment, I'm going to ask you to make a plain text. I'm going to ask you to turn it into these numbers. I'm going to ask you to come up with your own key. and then you're going to add that key on to get some new numbers, and you turn those new numbers into your code. That's what you're going to do on your own. That might seem a lot, but I promise once you do it 2 or 3 times with 2 or 3 of these numbers, it's going to totally make sense. Please do your best. Please reach out with any help. My hope is that we can have some fun with math here. Adios.